Her APR is
1,456.35%. Insane. That's a lot. My mind is blown. Jesus.
Renita is one of the 60% of Americans living paycheck to paycheck. She works full-time to provide for her 4-year-old son. He has a developmental disorder, so he has therapy 4 times a week and needs extra care in general.
If you're in a single income household like mine, the odds are kind of stacked against you at that point.
These days, when Renita is short on cash, she's been using Earnin, one of these new banking apps that call themselves Earned Wage Access. And they've got a pretty appealing pitch.
Did you go to work today? Probably. Did you get paid for the work you did today? Probably not. You won't see that money till Friday, right?
Stop waiting for payday. With Earnin, you can get paid as you work.
I can get you up to $500 of your future money now.
I just partnered up with Dave.
They've got ads with celebs like Jason Derulo and flashy investors like Mark Cuban. They've got Democratic lawmakers' support and lobbyists who sound like Bernie Sanders.
Hey guys, Robert here. Welcome back to the channel. So, want to talk about this EWA, Earned Wage Access. I can't believe it's going on. In my opinion, this is on par or worse than the buy now, pay later. And the reason that a lot of you out there will never have an opportunity to get on the property ladder. This is an excellent viewpoint into how diabolically beautiful this thing is. You guys gotta watch this one, and if you know of someone that is utilizing these services, hopefully after this video today you can get their attention and show them how much they're really paying in interest. More importantly, how much of the future they're giving away. Let me know what you guys think about this one. This is a doozy. Let's continue.
Cost of living has skyrocketed across the country.
2/3 of Americans live paycheck to paycheck.
Paycheck to paycheck.
Paycheck to paycheck.
They say they're fighting for the underdogs, like David slaying Goliath, Goliath being predatory big banks. But people who have actually used these apps have a different take.
That should be illegal.
I feel deceived by it. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane.
This is not some scrappy fintech startup scene. This is a industry that's backed by billionaires like Larry Ellison and Mark Andreessen to make profits off people who are struggling.
Okay, guys, let's be balanced. That's something that I always want to do. And when we look at the video thus far, there's some clues. There's always clues. There's success clues, and there's clues that lead to problems, drama, and failure. Okay. And so the amount of times that I do these videos where folks are struggling, it tends to happen when there's a one parent household. And more times than not, it's the mom with the child. Okay. So that's something that has to be addressed. And if you're somebody out there, younger person or person in general, I always say younger because I have a daughter that's younger. But if you are going to make a child, you got to make sure you have that stability because it takes two, right? And as soon as one leaves, even if there's monies coming, it's never, that's not the intent. That's not how it was intended to be. So we got to recognize that to be fair. So now, for when whatever reason that happened, you got a single parent and a child, okay? Then your opportunities are limited. So you either have to just take what's there, and more times than not, what's there is going to lead you to living paycheck to paycheck. I'm just identifying things that are recurring, that if you have a younger person or someone who has not gone that direction yet, you can teach, because that's the whole purpose of these videos, right? And basic financial literacy, which we'll get into here in a minute. Got to remain together, especially when you have children. Then when that happens, the likelihood of you not having to take just whatever comes to you because you're trying to survive, i.e. you're not going paycheck to paycheck to paycheck. Okay? So that's the responsibility on this side. Now, you have billionaires out here that are preying on the fact that you're paycheck to paycheck. And I don't ever want you all out there to think I'm siding on the side of capitalism only or to those that have a lot of money. What I like to say to those that are either in the middle or over here on the left, in this case, paycheck to paycheck, you can't cry, lament, and spend all your time waiting on help because these folks, they not coming to save you. And there's also people out here that are greedy. And greed, to me and to you, are two different things. It's relative, right? But don't think if you're over here paycheck to paycheck that these folks, you're just a number. It's about capitalism now. It's not about the worker anymore. That was maybe the 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, or the 50s, 60s, and 70s. From the 80s coming forward, they've trained all of us to be a consumer. It's not about the worker anymore. So you can't get stuck over here crying, saying, government, come and save me. If you're over here, there's a reason. There's a position and a reason for everybody. Okay? And so that's the balance that are the two ends of the spectrum. What I try to do here with these videos, bring these topics and help you come to the center, because here's the deal. You got to own something. You got to control something. And then a lot of us that comment in the comment section have to quit lying to ourselves, saying that, well, it's better to rent because we're going to invest, because you're not investing. The numbers show you're not investing. So you have to take advantage of leverage while you still can. And a lot of these states that aren't on the bookends, the coast, where you can still find homes $150,000 to $300,000, and come together, raise your families, dig in some roots, live beneath your means, be less of a consumer, because you don't want to be on this paycheck to paycheck where they have access to your bank account. And as you can see here in a minute, this is diabolical. And you can see how you'll never, ever, ever, ever become free. It's really the perfection of slavery, in my opinion. Let's check it out.
Here's how it works. Renita has connected her bank account to Earnin.
If I want to borrow money, it tells me like how much I can cash out.
In Earnin language, that amount is her earnings, and it's determined by an algorithm.
You spin the little wheel and then you choose to transfer out.
Wait, what's that?
So, yeah, it says tip what you think is fair. So they're asking for a tip.
Do you ever?
No, I do not.
What do you think? What do you think about this app asking you for a tip?
The audacity. I'm here to borrow money. I don't have any to give you.
Right.
Okay, surely nobody tips their banking app, right? But the data shows that the apps receive tips 73% of the time. This is because they're very manipulative. At one point, Earnin made you click 13 times to opt out of tipping. And the Dave app messes with your emotions, telling you your tip is going towards helping hungry children. As you decrease the tip amount, you make the little animated child sad by taking her food away. But an FTC investigation found that for each percentage point of a tip, Dave only donates 10 cents. So if I tip 10% on a $100 advance, my tip is $10, but only $1 of that is going towards feeding hungry kids. That's not enough for 10 healthy meals, and the other $9, those Dave pockets. In SEC filings, Dave reported making $68 million from tips last year. And according to Earnin,
about 40% of our revenue is tips.
Oh, so zero tip, and you gotta
the same wheel.
Select
yeah.
zero.
So after opting out of tipping a banking algorithm, Renita has two options to receive her cash. If she selects this free version, the money could take a day or two to hit her bank account. With the lightning speed option, she can get it right away, but there's a transaction fee between $4 and $6.
And then once you click that, then
then
complete the transaction.
that completes it. Yep.
The next time Renita gets her paycheck, Earnin automatically takes back the money she withdrew plus any fees.
Wow. So when I first watched the video, I was like, this is crazy. There's no way folks are doing this. But then I had to, take myself back and say, you know what? You didn't always know what you knew now. And when I was younger, leaving home and things of that nature, something like this could have gotten me. As a matter of fact, I've taken a payday loan before. And again, the issue is opportunity. Because of some decisions that I made at that time, I was forced to have to do the things that I had to do to survive. And today I would never do those things. Taught my children about these things. And again, it's about, living beneath your means, being productive, producing, saving your money. And all those things go out the window when we make decisions. That's life, right? But did you hear about the tipping? That's crazy. I'm coming to get a loan and they're asking for a tip. But it's really not crazy. If you think about it, if you've been out to eat anywhere, you went to the place, you ordered the food, you came and picked it up, everybody's asking for a tip. I'm going to do a video on that. That's crazy. And now, as you can see, when you read some of these SEC filings, these folks are caking up off of people's genuine niceness or having your emotions played upon. And you're tipping on top of paying hundreds, if not thousands % in interest. We'll get into that here in just a minute. So as you can see, man, we need to start doing more and more education, slowing it down, taking some of the entertainment out and showing the numbers. And hopefully that will resonate with a lot of folks because, again, this is diabolical. And not saying it's illegal or anything of that nature. Buyer beware. It's up to you to know before you owe.
So when I heard this, I was kind of like, okay, this just sounds like a payday loan where you borrow a few $100s and pay it back with your next paycheck with lots of interest, of course.
What are the interest rates? There. Damn, I thought that was the year of establishment.
But all of the EWA app users I talked to said they would never consider taking out a payday loan.
I grew up seeing people use them and the energy is already kind of like down, feels kind of loan sharky. They're always in buildings that are not well kept, abandoned shopping malls.
The apps, on the other hand, have bright colors and clean design. You can download them right from Apple's App Store and on Google Play. That's gotta mean something, right? They're sending you puppy videos on Snapchat, they've got cuddly mascots, and they've got paid influencers on Instagram and TikTok that reassure you that it's totally not a loan because
no late fees, no credit checks, and no interest.
It's your own money, just earlier.
And if you don't see their ads on social media or TV, you may see them at work.
It was in the teacher's bathroom, next to the OSHA signs.
Lee saw an ad for an app called Daily Pay at the school they worked at in Kansas. Daily Pay is one of the EWA companies that partners with big corporations like Amazon, Target, and McDonald's to offer paycheck advances as a benefit, like PTO or health insurance. So Lee signed up, the school turned over their payroll information to Daily Pay, and soon Lee could start withdrawing money from their paycheck whenever they wanted.
I have money in my account before payday, right? It's almost like endorphins.
Like Renita, Lee grew up watching their parents take out payday loans and saw how financially damaging that was.
But obviously, even with that, I fell for this. I didn't see it as a loan. You're not signing stuff. You're not sitting and reading through a loan agreement. It's just it's instant, it's fast, and it seems cheap.
It seems cheap. A lot of people I spoke to said that exact thing. And I decided to find out if it was true.
If we want to compare two loans to see which one will end up being cheaper, we can't just look at the simple interest rate. That won't give you the full picture. What you want to do is calculate each loan's APR, or annual percentage rate. I know, this equation looks scary, but don't worry, there are online calculators where you just plug in your numbers and they'll do this math for you. APR is like the price of a loan. It takes into account what you'll pay in interest and in fees and the number of days you have to repay. The more time you have to repay the loan, the lower the price of the loan. So let's say you need $100 now. If you took that as a payday loan, that would likely cost you $15 in fees, and it'd be due back in 2 weeks, 14 days. The APR would be 391%. That's expensive. Credit card cash advances usually top out around 36%. So what if you took that $100 out from Earnin instead?
Well, Renita actually did that yesterday, and I asked her to calculate her APR.
Her only fee was that small Lightning transfer fee of $3.99. But she's going to get her paycheck tomorrow, and even if she needs the money for something else, Earnin will take back what she owes right away. So she only has 1 day to repay, which means her APR is
$1,456.35%. Insane. That's a lot. My mind is blown. Jesus.
So when we know better, we should do better. Hopefully you are learning as you watch these videos on what to steer clear of. Buy now, pay later. This scheme or concept, it's really not in your best interest. But that said, there's no laws being broken. It might seem raunchy to you, as my brother would say, ethically, but again, it's on you to know before you owe. So, APR, that is what I want you to look at whenever you are borrowing money, especially on the lower end, because as you can see, everything has been beautified. There's a beautification. The convenience factor is through the roof. Convenience kills. And in this case, it's killing to the tune of thousands of percent in interest with only a $3 or $4 fee. Got to understand the numbers. And this is one of the reasons why people feel broke. It's because we're consumers. And you have to stop consuming and start producing. Now, if you have watched this and you say, hey, Robert, I still want to get onto the property ladder and I want to understand the benefits of ownership as well as understand my numbers, such as the loan to value, debt to income ratio, the APR, okay, and get on the property ladder the correct way, well, you're in luck because I am a lender. And so would love to have the opportunity to speak with you and to put that plan together if there's a fit. But remember, you don't have to buy. You don't have to do anything. But when you make your bed, put on your big boy or big girl pants and lay in the bed that you made. I would admonish you to move forward, get into the system, follow the clues, the breadcrumbs that have led to success from other people, and steer clear of the naysayers, the bleacher watchers, right? Get in the game so that you can have an opportunity to win. My time is up, but I thank you for yours. As I always say, guys, let's be good to one another. Let us let grace abound. And until the next time, check this video out right here. Indeed, y'all stay blessed.